afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you to the community of Hostos College, to our hosts Raymond Jimenez, Charles Barron, Larry Holmes, and of course the Band of Brothers. To our fellow roundtable colleagues, good afternoon. La union facite la force. It says when a people stand together, it keeps them strong. We are all in this together. An efficient machine. When we work, we're in unison. Everyone must be expected to contribute to this economy. Currently, it is weak. Revenue is free-falling, and a deficit is drilling a hole in the very heart of every part of our government. Our economy must work for the people. Provide good business rewards for all of those who work hard and maintain efficient standards. We will be successful, but we must be expected to give something back. Just 3 short years ago, we, as taxpayers, bailed out Wall Street and the banks. But they grouse at the reciprocal security. The facts. U.S. Wall Streeters earn much more than brain surgeons and top U.S. generals. The pay gap between finance and other professionals has ballooned since the 80s. $130 billion in the first 3 quarters of 2010. 8 of Wall Street's largest banks have set aside for compensation and benefits enough to pay each worker more than $121,000 for 9 months' work, a rise from 4 years earlier. In 2010, bank foreclosures topped 1 million, up from a record of 918,000 homes seized in 2009. The cruelty of layoffs on Main Street continues to line their pockets, supporting lucrative bonuses and other ill-gotten gains. The same layoffs that are crippling city services, crippling the lives of families that tragically maim and kill our fellow citizens. We have to become more confident of our worth and extinguish this forest fire, produce a fertile regrowth of knowledge and progressive students, working and middle-class Americans. Our conversations must teach and empower and inspire us to make a demand for what we deserve, we earn. Our comfort barrier has completely evaporated. We cannot be fearful of the mayor, the governor, or any other million-dollar politician. If we believe that collectively, our self-interest is at peril. The state casts $1 billion of deficit in this year's budget, and is projected at a $10 billion deficit for the next year. Cuomo has arrogantly decided on no new taxes. Who will lose? Who will get sacrificed? Jobs. Government, small business, private owners must be organized, safe, competitive, and offer fiscal prosperity that is transparent and credible with an equal opportunity for all. So Walmart cannot be a business alternative in our neighborhoods. Retirement security. That's pension. Governor Cuomo, our pension system is an area of sound support to us as workers. It seeks to carry every hardworking government worker through the most sacred years of their lives. We have earned our share. We have earned our keep. This topic is non-negotiable, short of some additional compensation. Getting rich and working for the government is a misnomer, unattainable. We payroll biweekly into our own deferred financial security. It is a moderate means that does nothing to represent the patience, the toiling hours, the creative efforts, and the sacrifices that our union members deliver regularly over the average of some 30 to 40 years of city service. The cut-for-convenience philosophy of city and state leadership always sacrifices the workers and services for the least amongst us. They have constantly chosen to invest in and protect and budget funding for rip-off corporate contracts that gross multi-millions in fraud and deceptive schemes that threaten public safety. We as taxpayers will pay out hundreds of thousands of dollars in lawsuits, small business claims, insurance disputes, and round-the-clock overtime in the weeks to come. It won't be because the workers are incompetent, rather because they just aren't there. Our civil service system, Bloomberg and Cuomo perform double-duty destruction on this one, on government workers. Recommendations have now been drawn up in reform to ambush a system that has been protecting and empowering the worker while cultivating equality and ensuring that that essential standard of public service has been happening for several decades. The Bush tax cuts have been in place since 2001. So where are the jobs? So the thought that the wealthy shouldn't pay more taxes, their fair share, just does not compute. So what's the plan? Plan A is generic. It says get involved, become familiar with the issues, become inspired or re-inspired, as the case may be, and develop coalitions, agitate, organize, and plan. Connect all the struggles of the workers and mobilize. Define a direction with no fragmentation. Decide on who or what organization of the oppressed will lead this change. Be independent. Be militant. Let me just also say, DC 37 has a plan. I want to get that out real quickly. I won't give you all of it, but I'll introduce it to you. Led by Lillian Roberts. It says that we need a contract rate reduction program of some 15%. Between the fiscal year of 05 and right now, the rates have exploded. We believe that we can estimate over $316 million in savings. We want to collect the appropriate tax revenue for cell phone antennas that you see through increased assessments. We believe that we can collect over $19 to $27 million in revenue. We want to correctly collect tax revenue for billboards and transit authority and parcels of that are subleased to third parties. We believe that we can collect over $22 million in additional revenue. Finally, we believe that we need to correct the reduction of improper property tax exemptions. We believe that we can bring in over $173 million in tax revenue. Let me close just this way. Barred windows and doors represent one kind of confinement. Physical paralysis is inescapable. Poverty and prolonged unemployment are others. None of these is acceptable.